Okay, so this video is how I went from 0 to 26K in 45 days. Now, the fact that I'm even making this video is actually crazy because your boy was broke for God knows how long. So it feels fucking awesome to be able to actually say that because now I'm making some goddamn money. So this video, you can tell I'm excited, is all about the things I went through, how it can help you, the tactics that allowed me to grow my business that quickly. And whether you're just starting your business or you're in the game, I want to be able to share some insights, both tactical and just mental, because everybody knows that this business game is very, very mental and it's very, very stressful for us as human beings. So I want to just talk about that. And this is going to be raw. This is going to be raw. It's going to be one take Drake. I'm not doing 10 takes. I don't even know if I'm a fucking editor. I might color grade it and that might be it. So you're getting this raw and I'm not going to hold back. All right, cool. The only thing I have is I have my notes. I've got some iPad notes here because I will ramble and I will have too much fun. So the first thing is I want to talk about like my journey because you probably don't know who the fuck I am. So I want to tell you about like how I even started this business, how I came to be. So I used to be a software engineer, used to work for this big old company called Deloitte, and they fired me because I was taking the piss because I was working on my business. And I always wanted to start businesses. I always wanted to build businesses and just be that guy, just be that motherfucker, just making money and making moves. And I knew I had it in me and I knew I had the desire. So this time, well, August of 2024, I decided to pack my bags after I got fired, move to Bali, live off my savings, and then just work like a fucking slave. Work like a fucking slave to make it happen. And the first key point I want to make is that this journey is, see that motherfucker walking to his room? That dude, I made a video when I met him, and I was like, I don't know if I could be successful in business, I don't know if I can do this. And so much has changed. I know, I probably won't edit it now, I can't be bothered. But like, the overarching point I'm trying to make here is that just business online has become a highlight reel. And everyone talks about their highlights. And I'm talking my highlight reel now, but I need to share that if you are in this journey and if you are figuring it out or you're not making as much money as you want to make or you're up and down, like, this is the fucking game, bro. This is the game. So it was just so difficult. And there's two analogies that I wanna share for you. And I'm just looking at it now. Okay, so the first analogy I wanna tell you is this, okay? So growing up, there's a couple of things that I've like been able to do and take quite seriously. And one of them is fighting. I've done Muay Thai, I've done MMA my whole life. And just being in the gym for so long, what always happens is the guys that come in, or gals, or whatever the fuck you want to identify as, I don't care, that come in and they train really, really, really hard for 3 months and then they burn out, they always lose. It's the person that day in, day out comes and has the shit kicked out of them. Because when you don't know how to fight, you're getting beaten up, you're getting dropped, you're running out of breath. But the people that just keep getting knocked down and get up, getting knocked down and get up, getting knocked down and get up, after 2-3 years, they're monsters. And when I was struggling in my business, I just had to say to myself, Daniel, just stay in the game, just stay in the game, just stay in the game. And it's just about putting one foot in front of the other, like day in, day out, day in, day out. And like, I'll give you another analogy, all right? So when I lived in the UK, I ran an ultra marathon, the Spartan Ultra, and I've spoken about this story ad nauseum. And when I started that race, because I'd never run a marathon, I'd never run an ultra marathon, I initially was thinking, okay, how am I gonna beat these people? How am I gonna do this? And it goes back to my Muay Thai analogy. It was really about just sticking in the game. Just putting one foot forward in front of the other. Like, boom, one foot. And you're exhausted and you're tired and you wanna give up. And that's what this past year for me was. It wasn't a battle of wits. It wasn't a battle of intelligence. It was literally a battle of, can I stick this the fuck out? Do I have the mental fortitude to make this happen? And just, if you are starting or you're just starting to make that money, you're like 3K, 4K, 5K a month, bro, you just need to stick it out. My nigga, I went from literally like zero. In fact, I'll even tell you my economics, okay? Because I'm very, very open and transparent around here. I moved to Bali in August of 2024. I met a grand. I was the brokest nigga around, bro. Like I would go on a date, and she would like be like, I'm gonna have this and this and this, and I'd be like, God damn, this woman's spending all my money. Like that's how broke I was, bro. I was broke. So August 2024, 0. September 0. October 0. November 0. December 0. And I went to Vietnam in November, so I lost like 3 grand. Like just spending with my boys. January 0. February 0. March, April, May, June, I saw my first proper client at 3K. July was 0. August was 9. September was 14, and then October was like 27. Shit just exploded. And now I have a team of like 10 fucking employees. I've got full-time people, and we're working like crazy people, and we're signing all these clients, and life is amazing. It's very stressful, but the overarching point I'm trying to make is that there's just so much that goes into making this happen. And I just need you to know, and I need you to understand that like, this doesn't happen overnight. And if you're not willing to just be insecure, struggle through it, grit through it, then you're not gonna make it. Going back to my ultramarathon analogy, because I'm yapping so much, is that I finished that ultramarathon. And the reason why that I did is because I just was willing to put one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. And that is it. Like, you just have to do that, okay? You just have to fucking do that. Please just do it. And once you do it long enough, once you just keep just hacking at the wall, you keep hacking at it, you keep trying as hard as you can, you're gonna have a breakthrough. And then you'll sign your first client. And then you'll sign your second client. And then you'll sign your third client. And then you'll sign your fourth client. You're like, oh shit, I'm signing everyone. I can't stop signing clients. I need a full-time team. I've got employees. I need to become a CEO. Like, it's just incredible how much progress you can make. And there's actually some other stuff that's happened that I can't share yet, but that's coming in due time. All right, let me check my notes. Let me see what else I've got in store for you. Okay, awesome. Now, the next thing that I want to share is some tactics. I want to talk about things that actually allowed me to go to the 28K per month mark, and what was a really, really big difference maker for me. Now, I love storytelling, so I'm gonna hit you with a story, okay? Now, this person is going to remain nameless for a multitude of reasons, okay? But the point still stands. So, somebody close to me started their business around when I started mine, and he was putting a decent, no, he was kind of working on his business, not too hard. And me, because I'm a psychopath, I was putting absolutely everything into my business, day in, day out, working as hard as I possibly could. And literally, I think it was like September, so last month, September 2025, he messaged me and was like, yeah, I'm giving up on this business, I can't do it. And I was like, okay, and I was speaking to him why. And what had happened is that the amount of understanding and knowledge that he had gained about business in the course of the year that he had spent learning, that he had spent running his business, had literally not increased. Like, he hadn't got any better. He hadn't learned anything new, he hadn't invested in himself, he hadn't bought any courses, he hadn't invested in any mentorship. He literally was the same person when he started to when he was running his business for a year. So when I started asking him questions, because some of my clients were in his industry, which is e-com, I was like, so like, how much money do you spend on ads? And he was like, oh, I spent $100. So you're telling me you spent $100 on ads over the course of a year and you run an e-com brand? How does that make any sense? And it sounds stupid, but honestly, we all do things like that. We all make decisions, and we all just make completely stupid mistakes because we're ignorant. And learning about business is like learning a language. You need to know what LTV is and lifetime gross profit and AOV and what VSLs are, and understand hooks and ROAS and all these terms. Like, honestly, if you go to France and you try to get a French girl's number and she doesn't speak English, I mean, your boy will be able to do it, but speaking French would make it so much easier. So the point I'm trying to make is that putting so much energy and effort into my education made all the difference. And I'll even give them a shout out. One thing that I invested in was Client Ascension, and I owe damn it all my success to those guys. They helped me so much to develop my skills. It's not an ad, by the way. They helped me develop my skills so much. They helped me to learn way faster. But even if I didn't invest in those guys, I would have been able to make a lot of progress because I spent every waking moment thinking about business, learning about business. When I'm in the gym, I don't have fucking Young Nudie playing. I don't have J. Cole playing. I had Jeremy Haynes. I had Alex Hormozy. Who's now my mentor. I had Daniel Fazio in my ear, day in, day out, learning things. Okay, VSLs, landing pages, call confirmation pages. Okay, this is how you send sales assets. This is how you close people. Like, I'll give an example, all right? In July, I couldn't close people for shit. I couldn't close people for shit. Dude, I would hop on sales calls and it's almost like I became a 13-year-old child. Like, I couldn't articulate myself effectively. Prospects were walking all over me. It was awful how I was conducting sales calls. So then I spent, because I had to do a visa run, I spent so much goddamn time learning about sales, understanding how you pitch, understanding frame, understanding tie downs, understanding implication questions. And I've got a long way to go. But because I invested in my education and I did everything that I could day in, day out, it made such a fucking difference. And if you're not spending as much time as you humanly and possibly can learning about business, you're fucked. Because there's some other psychopath like myself who's gonna be doing everything they can to beat you. And it really is just as simple as that. So you just have to invest in yourself as much as possible and get better in the skill. Like, look at it as a language. There's a difference between someone who speaks French because of Duolingo and they say, je m'appelle, je suis, je m'appelle Daniel, like that bullshit. And then the person that can make love in French and be sarcastic in French and tell jokes in French. Like, we, as business people, we want to be that person that can just articulate all these different ideas and understand everything that's going on in our business. Because ultimately, it is a skill and we have to get better. Just like learning to fight, just like learning to speak to people, just like public speaking, just like video editing, just like sports, business is the same. You have to, day in, day out, try and get better. And I always commit myself to that, and it has paid me back in full tenfold. Okay, cool. The very last point I want to make is, and this is the one that I am most excited about, and for me personally, this has been the biggest contributor to my business exploding, okay? And I need you to listen to me when I say this, all right? Go further beyond where other people are willing to go, okay? And how far it will take you, you will be gobsmacked, okay? There's some things that I can't announce yet, but the person I am from April to the person I am of recording at the time of this recording in November is a different human. And I worked so hard for each and every client. Even in my outreach, like, I can speak about this openly. 2 of my clients is a guy called Evan Seach, really good dude. And I'm also now working with another gentleman called Dan Crowley, and he is the founder of Client Ascension. And the reason why I was able to sign both of those guys is because I made the world's best fucking outreach. You have 2 choices. You can take the blue pill and remain in wagey land. Okay, do you 3 idiots have any ideas for this Dan Crowley plan? I got an idea. I think and I worked so hard to impress them and get them on the phone and show them that, frankly, my business was worth their time. And I feel like as beginners, we have so many insecurities and there's so many things that we have to work through in order to, frankly, feel worthy, because we constantly compare ourselves to other people. Like, you scroll, and then there's this, I'm not gonna name any names, but there's this business guru flexing a Lambo. There's this business guru saying, hey, I'll fucking just close. And I'm part of the problem now because I just did this title. But the point is that when we are beginners, we have a lot of insecurities and a lot of limiting beliefs around what we can do. And the way that you get around that is by literally just being a psychopath. Like, it's literally as simple as that. Just put in more, day in, day out. Do more for your client, work harder to learn more about sales. And honestly, like I have separated myself just from doing that. Like I'll give an example. So I run a content agency, and there's a gentleman who I met who runs a very similar business to me. And I remember like when it was like April, he was doing like 15K a month. And I remember thinking to myself, I would kill a man dead to be doing 15K a month at the time because I was doing 0. And since then, I've blown past that. And him and I have spoken, he was like, oh bro, I'm trying to catch up to you. And I was just thinking, I was comparing myself to you. And it's probably not healthy to compare yourself to other people, but the overarching point is, I love saying that, is that if you just do everything you can to impress your clients and work as hard as you possibly can to create the best product, you work as possibly can to make your employees fly, you just do everything you can, dude, oh my God, the returns that you'll get, like the outreach that I made for Evan and Dan Crowley, like they both individually said to me, this is some of the best outreach I've ever seen. And frankly, it is. It was some of the best outreach ever because I put my soul into it. And this concept can be applied to any business. If you're the person that's gonna write a handwritten letter to a client thanking them for their business, do you think they're gonna go to another vendor? Do you think they're gonna leave you? Fuck no, they're not gonna leave you. They're staying forever. They're never gonna leave you. They're gonna trust you, and it builds so much trust. And frankly, anything below 100K per month is small business. Like, I'm not American, but I think the IRS constitutes anything below like 24 million a year small business. So when we are small businesses, you can just do things that other people can't do and won't do. And that's your advantage. My advantage is the fact that I'm willing to go further to get clients and impress my clients than any sane human being is. And I'm about to do something crazy to gain a new client, and I can't wait to make that video. Stay tuned for that. But just that is your advantage. Just do more, work harder, be willing to just go further beyond for clients because other people won't do it. Everyone's talking about AI now. Everybody's talking about making things, oh, I want to automate everything. Automation. Fuck automations, fam. Fuck an automation. How about I do it so manual? These people are like, you know what, bro? The outreach that I did, it was so good. Someone went to me, is this AI? There's no way you did this yourself. And I said, my nigga, I did this myself. Of course I did this myself. So in this world of AI, in this world of people trying to make everything as, oh, I want to make this like my 400-step process. Fuck that. Fuck that. Like go above and beyond. Even like, I'll give another example, and I'll wrap it up. Like when somebody books a call with me, I quite literally pull out this camera. I don't make this setup like this, but I pull out my camera when I'm at my desk and say, let's say the name's Ben. I go, hey Ben, saw you booked a call in. We're doing 3 p.m. Eastern time, Thursday, 24th November. Really looking forward to it. If you need anything from now until then, let me know. Anyways, bye. Cool. This motherfucker Ben has got a personalized video from the founder before our call. That's why my show rate is 95%, because I'm doing things that other people won't do. And I can't stress enough. If you are just starting, or if you are trying to grow, just do things that others won't, and you will just defeat the competition. You will just defeat them. You will beat them, okay? And it'll be so worth it, okay? Anyways, I had an absolute blast building this out. Shooting this. I'm gonna be making content a lot more. I really have been slacking on my content game because your boy's business was growing. It was growing, and I had to hire a bunch of people, and I've had to get better at operations and project management and all that shit. But now my time is freed up, so I am gonna be making content, and it's gonna be a blast. I think it's gonna be a bit more raw, and I'm gonna be making videos like this, unedited, where I say whatever the fuck I want, because it's fun. But yeah, this past year has been the most difficult, but the most beautiful and the most fulfilling journey and year of my entire life. And if you are starting your journey and you're just embarking on this next chapter of your life, it is going to be lonely. You are going to struggle. You're going to be deeply insecure, and you're going to wonder if you have the chops to make it through. But if you, day in, day out, keep moving forward and keep taking steps to being better, I promise you, you'll get to your destination and it'll be so worth it.